All right, everybody. Hey, this is Iman Mitchell coming at you with a quick video. Well, this one might not be so quick, but it'll be timely. But this is a video that I really wanted to shoot about something that people just have to learn. There's really no way around it. You can call it what you will, but if you don't learn this, what I'm about to outline to you in this video, your success is not very likely. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually not going to talk as much as I am going to actually read from a book called The Education of Millionaires by a gentleman by the name of Michael Ellisberg. It's a must-read, so if you don't have it, go get it. And it's a book about a gentleman who studies millionaires and how they don't have a formal education in terms of going to college and all that good stuff. But this is what he writes, and this is the skill that you have to learn. And I'm going to show you and illustrate to you why you have to learn it. So this is the skill, and this is what Mr. Ellisberg writes. He writes about a gentleman who went from being a business failure in his carpet cleaning business to being very successful. And this is how it happened. Mr. Ellisberg writes, in his early 20s, Joe Polish got invited by an old high school buddy to join him on a weekend ski trip with a multi-millionaire self-made entrepreneur. Joe jumped out of the opportunity as he was extremely down and out, and at that time in his life running a small carpet cleaning business that was perpetually on the verge of bankruptcy, and he needed change in his life. Joe told me, I figured I would go pick this guy's brain. At the end of the day, we were sitting on the tailgate of a pickup truck at a lake in Arizona. This was my chance. I said to the guy, I hear you do well in business. I have a carpet cleaning company which isn't doing as well as I'd like to. I'd like to go into another business where I can make some real money. I hear that you do pretty well, so I was wondering if you had any recommendations on what sort of business I can go into where I can do really well. He said, there are a lot of other people in your business that are making a lot of money? There's a couple of carpet cleaning companies in Phoenix that make over $1 million a year, I said to him. But they've been around a long time. They've got good name recognition. They're established. Whereas with me, it's almost impossible to make this business work. And all people care about is price. And blah, blah, blah. I was making all these excuses. I thought these excuses were legitimate. I had been working really hard. I was not ripping people off. I was doing the right thing. I delivered good work. I truly cared about my clients. I explained to him how I'd gotten certified. I'd gotten training. I learned this craft over the last year and a half or 2 years since I had dropped out. I couldn't figure out why I wasn't successful. After I made all these excuses to this guy as to why I wasn't successful, he said, well, if there are other people doing well in your industry and you're not, then there's nothing wrong with the business you're in. There's something wrong with you. And I said, well, no, you don't understand. And I went through this whole other list of excuses as to why the business wasn't working. I'm good at what I do. It's really just a tough business. I want to go into a different, better business, which will be easier. He said, look, young man, you're like most people. You think the grass is greener on the other side. What's going to happen to you? What's going to happen is that you're going to go into another business. You're going to spend another 6 months, another year, another 2 years learning the technical skills of another industry so that you can go out and repeat the same bad business habits that have caused you to be a failure in this business. What you need to do, young man, is learn fundamental business skills, because once you do, you can apply those to any industry. But until you learn how to make a business work, it doesn't matter what industry you go into. You're still going to fail at it. That was probably the most profound advice ever given to me at a time in my life when I was willing to hear it and have it sink in. So what happened to Joe was that a gentleman had to tell him that he needed to learn fundamentals, business fundamentals. You see, a lot of people, they'll hop from opportunity to opportunity and not make any money in any of them because they never mastered the simple basics. For me, myself, one of the simple basics that I learned when I first got started in direct sales was the law of large numbers. Never stop talking to people. The person who exposes the most closes the most. I remember being in my first opportunity in the hotel room of a gentleman who was making 5 figures a month. I think it was about $87,000 a month at that time, I believe. And those were his words. He said, hey, look, the person that exposes the most closes the most. The person who gets the most no's makes the most money. I'll never forget that. And that was years ago. And I'll never forget that. So what happened to Joe? So Joe says that the gentleman he talked to didn't give him a solution on his how to make money problem, but the solution, it turned out, was simply learning marketing. He said he was good at the technical skills of the business. I could deliver the jobs. I just simply didn't have enough people hiring my services. I didn't know how to market and position myself. I didn't even know what marketing was. And that's it. What Joe did was went out and he sought relevant, useful education, self-education. Okay, he immersed himself in something that's called direct response marketing, which I'm a big fan of. He studied people like Dan Kennedy, Claude Hopkins, David Ogilvy, and he went out and made it happen. He became so successful in his carpet cleaning business that other people had businesses and were wondering how he got that much success. He generated millions of dollars in revenue. He actually, in 6 months, within a year actually, he turned his carpet cleaning business into a 6-figure annual income earner. And then in his second year, he actually, I think he broke the $1 million range and actually sold his carpet business, and I started another business teaching other business skills to other companies, and that company has generated millions of dollars in revenue according to the book by Mr. Ellisberg, The Education of Millionaires. And so the thing is that you have to really accept your role in your success. So Joe says, and he shares a piece of wisdom. This is what a quote that Joe said, the gentleman who went from failure to success. He said, there are 2 decisions you need to come to in order to be free and to be more effective. First, you're not entitled to anything in this world until you create value for another human being first. Second, you're 100% responsible for producing results. No one else. If you adopt these 2 views, you'll go far. You see a lot of you guys out there who are watching these videos, and you've been in this opportunity for some time in SolarBay. You may know everything about EPN settings. You may know the best phones. You may know the signals and all the major cities, the coverage. None of that matters if you don't know how to market your value proposition to other people. Okay, that's one thing that I study more than anything else. That's what keeps me here, is studying marketing. That's really all I do. That's one. There are so many different approaches. That's mine. That's my way to the top. I study marketing. I study online marketing, offline marketing, things I could do on Facebook, things I can do here in my community. That's one thing I really focus on: how to spread the word. Okay, within certain parameters, obviously, because I'm still not that big on meetings. You'll have to forgive me for that. I know some people are. I'm just not one of them. But it doesn't matter. You know, everything works, nothing doesn't. Okay, remember that. Everything works, nothing doesn't. If you do nothing, you'll get nothing. Okay, so if you want to have meetings, have meetings. Nothing wrong with that. You want to have conference calls, that works too. Okay, everything works, but nothing doesn't. But you have to study marketing. Even meetings are marketing, because you have to market the meeting. You got to tell somebody where it's going to be, what time to show up, and get them there. It's all marketing at the end of the day. If you don't learn that, your success is just not very likely. Okay, so I hope you gleaned something from this. I hope the video wasn't too long for you, but if it was, oh well. I feel like there was some value in this, and I think you're going to get it out of this video. So take 1 to 2 things to apply in your business and reach the top. So for more information on SolarBay, definitely check out www.mobilecashnow.info. As well, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with anyone you think can get value out of it. My name is Iman Mitchell. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys take care.